2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
There's a look at downtown Los Angeles from the air. We're coming to you live from the Staples Center. Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Hello, everyone. With Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. We'll be hearing from our Hall of Famer on the sideline, David Aldridge. And they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their roster.
They're missing a quality player. Injuries a big part of the game. They just got to make the adjustments.
And let's go straight over to David Aldridge for a report before the tip-off. Hey, Dave.
Kevin, thanks very much. Last season, LeBron James set a career high in assists. And he's
always looking to bring his guys with him. Thanks, David. So here's Miami's starting group. Robinson is out there with Kendrick Nunn. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Then it's Trevor Ariza. And it's Adebayo in at the center position. And for the Lakers, LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Caldwell Pope, and it's Drummond in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And Caldwell Pope gets the basket. We've got a primetime interconference rivalry, Greg. What do you expect to see here tonight?
Could be a feeling out process early, but I do think once the teams get going, expect it to be physical and contentious.
And it's Davis with the ball for the Lakers. It's a three-point game, and that one drops for him.
Got to stay on James in transition. If you give him room to run, he jumps all over.
Robinson gets to Ariza. Back to Robinson. Shoots it. Ariza no luck.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Yeah, that's not his spot, plain and simple. He's trying to force something is rarely a good idea.
Yeah, liking the vision there from Caldwell Pope, looking to get his guys going when they're open. And see, Webb, Kentavious Caldwell Pope changing his approach before last season. He knew he wouldn't need to take on as much of a scoring responsibility.
Yeah, and what a team player, GA. I mean, KCP rededicated himself to defense. He tries to do more with less touches now. And that's the mindset you need to have playing with stars going for a championship.
Lights out here, right out of the gate. Perfect 4-4 from the floor.
And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession. And some changes here for the Lakers. Harrell, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Anthony Davis. And it's Alex Caruso in for Dennis Schroeder. And then for Miami, Bjelica. He checks in for Ariza. Tyler Hero comes in for Duncan Robinson. And it's Dragic in for Kendrick Nunn. When Kuzma first entered the league, the Lakers were a rebuilding team. Now, Greg, he's one of the more experienced pieces on this team.
And Kuzma's made the most of it, switching to a learning role. Tries to absorb as much as he can from the vets. And he does everything he can to pick their brain and improve on those little things in terms of championship caliber basketball.
And the Lakers making a change here. Horton Tucker's checked in. Achua, he's checked in for Miami. Iguodala comes in for Butler. They need this. Shots good by Achua.
And that ends the struggle. You could feel the tensions in the building with each miss.
Well, now that they have that monkey off their back, hopefully they can settle down and execute.
Here's Caruso. Kuzma kicks to Caruso. Nailed from three-point land.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
They've come out of the gate strong at both ends of the floor, just in total control so far.
Now here's Iguodala. Here's Hero. It's Bjelica. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
When Bjelica is trying to score, it sometimes forces the D's hand. Nice initiative from the Yugoslavian forward right there.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
At about an 82% clip a season ago, so I'm sure he'll take those numbers. Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. Marc Gasol's checked in for LeBron.
When you think of Bielitsa, his shooting comes to mind. He's a solid player who knows his role on his team.
Now here's Kuzma, and yes, it's good.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Stolen. Now the Lakers on the break. Here's Horton Tucker. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Passes it to Hero. Back to Dragic. And so Miami again turning it over. With one on the clock, the shot no good. And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. Los Angeles on top. They lead by 14. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports. Well, Greg, we know he's already a solid scorer, but Kyle Kuzma's
biggest area of growth would definitely be on the defensive end and my playmaking.
Now, having played with superstars, Kuzma is learning what it takes to win.
He's getting only so many shots per game, so I applaud him for finding other ways to contribute to his team with an eye toward the greater goal.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And guys, the Lakers are pretty much in control here.
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Well, setting the pace early, aggressive mind state. I love their approach so far.
On the floor for Miami, they've got Achua. Bielitsa is out there with Iguodala. Then there's Dragic, and it's Strus in at the two-guard spot. And so it's Iguodala. He'll bring it up for the Heat. Down by 12. Now the pass to Bielitsa. Heat moving the ball around. Shots good by Achua. Well, Greg, with your son getting drafted, you joined the ranks of some historic NBA father-son duos.
You know, I got the opportunity to play with Arvydas Sabonis in Portland, and remember DeMontis as a little kid. Now
kidding.
He's an all-star last year. You know, I think you're going to have an influx of that in the coming years. Dwayne Wade's son is a terrific player. We know about LeBron's son's ability. He's possibly head to the league one day. You just never know. I'm as a dad, it's going to get the opportunity to watch his son play excited, but I think you're going to see more of this in the future.
Cole and Greg Anthony. I like the way that sounds. A platoon swap here for the Lakers. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Shooter kicks to James. Drummond trying to get himself free. No good on the three.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play. And LeBron James still the face of the league as he goes into his mid-30s. The impact he's had on this sport is really immeasurable.
Come on, Jay. I mean, he's one of the most recognizable athletes in the world. I mean, it's scary to think that LeBron can still turn it on and take over when he needs to. And you know what? Playoff LeBron is very good. Agility, height, hands. I mean, Davis has every advantage on this play. The defense can effectively counter him.
Good on that shot. And with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Jimmy Butler. Los Angeles has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
And no one can really compete defensively with LeBron's athleticism. I mean, his strength, just too much to match up with.
Pass to Adebayo. Ariza trying to break loose. And Adebayo with the basket on the assist by Butler.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Floats it up for Davis. And it's Davis with the jam.
Love the the timing Davis has. He has a sense for when to rise up and slam down the alley-oop.
Gets it to go. That one good from Adebayo.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Here's LeBron. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Adebayo. Now here's Ariza. He's guarded by Davis. Fades back. Ariza no up.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Caldwell Pope outside. Trying to find Davis. He's got it now. And it's slammed in by Davis.
Oh, Kevin, not a Petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunny. And so it's Los Angeles, up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to... And, of course, the duo of Anthony Davis and LeBron James in action for the Lakers. Kenny, when's the last time there was... And that'll do it.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You look at James, what a contribution.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. So the Lakers 5 right now. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Contavious Caldwell-Pope is out there with Dennis Schroeder. And it's Drummond in at the center, filling out the middle. You know, even though LeBron doesn't go 100% every minute of every game in the season, GA, he still knows when to turn it on.
And for someone at his age, that is something you have to know how to do. You can see when LeBron kicks it into that next gear. Can't keep it on all the time, but he's still able to take over when he needs to.
Drummond, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Bam Adebayo.
With his free throw shooting, the defense is always better off fouling Drummond when he gets inside.
And at last season's trade deadline, Andre Drummond traded away basically for a second-round pick, a shockingly low return for a guy who was once considered a franchise player.
And Davis sends it back.
You see how the Browns led the league in swats. Not only the wingspan, but the awareness.
Kept alive. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Davis has got 8.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. And Greg, why is it that the Pistons got so little in exchange for Drummond?
Well, I think he was an impending free agent. I think Detroit looking to rebuild. Also, it says something about the center position in today's game.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Bounce pass, Dragic. Good ball movement here by Miami. Here's Achua. No good, unable to end this run.
Oof, ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts.
I like the intensity from James, using his speed to knife toward the rim.
The Heat trail by 21. Here's Achua. No good with the layup. And here we go. Lakers running again. James with it. Now guarded by Dragic. Reverses. Draws contact on the shot. And now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And now they're turning this game into a drag race. Sprinting out for easy fast break basket.
Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Los Angeles.
All those people waiting for LeBron to start showing his age, you might not want to start holding your breath. This man's got a lot of time left in this thing.
Passes it to Bielitsa. And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession.
That's just a needless giveaway. You got to make the defense work for their turnovers.
And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the Mobile One block.
Determined to protect the lead with the all-out effort defensively. Superb anticipation on the block.
James against Butler, and they pick up 2. LeBron's got 15 points.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Moves back up. Bielitsa to end the cold streak, and that's 2 points on the layup. He has 6.
And that's why you never stop working in the paint at either end of the floor.
The pass to James. In it goes for the 8th time in 10 tries.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
It's Bielitsa, and there's the call on Precious Achiuwa. That's his first foul. And Los Angeles with some changes. Markieff Morris is checked in for Davis. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope comes in for Alex Caruso. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Kyle Kuzma. Adebayo against Morris. Here's Harrell. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Harrell's got his first 2 points.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
Well, the results are clear as day. Great approach coming into the third quarter. We'll see if they can keep it up.
And so it's LeBron James making things happen for Los Angeles. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
No, it's quick decision making. You see a guy open, you can't hesitate. That's an outstanding play.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. On the floor for Miami, starting the fourth. Iguodala out there with Robinson. Then it's Kendrick Nunn. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Hero in at the shooting guard. Now in the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather taken? Kawhi and PG, Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
Oof. Well,
wow.
I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know, Kawhi's got a couple Finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you. Matthews with it. Lays it up and banks it in. Here's Nunn. Iguodala left side. Lays it up off the glass.
And getting a quick head of steam. Iguodala beats the defense to the punch.
Los Angeles has gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Schroeder passes to Horton Tucker. Back to Schroeder. Outside Matthews. 5 to shoot. No good from Gasol. And now here comes Iguodala leading the break. Misses from short range.
That's a shot they're always happy to get, even when he blows the finish.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Lakers.
The biggest factor tonight had to be their great shooting. They shot much better than the other team.
Yeah, they were working hard on both sides of the floor, but that sky-high field goal percentage plus the pressure defense to force the other team into a lot of misses. Love the effort tonight.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for LeBron.
He hung a big number on the scoreboard, and it wasn't just because he was hot. He did it with movement and tenacity.
Jared Dudley's checked in for the Lakers. Alex Caruso comes in for Dennis Schroeder. And some controversy last season, Andre Iguodala traded to the Grizzlies. We know he didn't report, Greg, just stayed in the Bay Area until a trade could be worked out to Miami.
I'd call that a power move, Kevin, no doubt. Iguodala, a respected vet, wanted to play for a contender, and he got an extra year and $15 million in the deal.
Good on the bucket.
And how about the court awareness there? Dragic, fantastic job spotting the wide open teammate.
Caruso, the pass to Horton Tucker. Shoots over Dragic. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
Oh, defense, they just took that possession off. I mean, they get away with it that time, but they got to show some more aggression.
And that one is good.
Look, it's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Yeah, it has to be frustrating to catch fire when the game is already over. I mean, this is not the outcome they want.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Here's Horton Tucker. And again, unable to change momentum here. Here's Strus. Shoots over Matthews. And the miss. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game...
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge.
Hit my line, it's that time. This ain't sound, it's a vibe. We was down, we survived. Peep us now, we are right. Aye, look, aye. Aye.
On the scene, my whole team elite. Poppy Turner.